Did you experience a death in the family? Did
Yes.
someone in your family die? It's very painful, isn't it? But how do we manage it? After 5 days or 7 days, you get rid of it, right? You know how to move forward. And that is what the law of pain says. Right? The law of pain will go away. It's doesn't hurt. Look at this, playing football. That's hurt. That's hurting. But when there is a victory, right, it happens. Remember the truth about bad experiences. Number one, everyone has bad experiences, not just you. You must remember that. Not only you. Everybody had a bad experience. Nobody likes a bad experience. Right? And few will make bad experiences positive experiences. All the things that are bad, few people will not look at them as good. Let me ask you, have you heard about the news that on 2016 or 2017 that the Indonesians and the Filipinos will go home? Have you heard of that? And then they will bring in Bangladeshi. It's a news. I don't know if it's true. But if that happens to you, right? What do we do? What is your positive? That is a threat, right? That is not a very good experience, a painful experience, because we will lose our job. But what do? We have to make this a positive experience. What do? We get an education. We save money, right? Because we want to make sure. So we have to make use of bad experiences to experience positive ones. Why do we fail? Why do we have pain? Because pain of inexperience. We always say, oh, I have never done through that. Pain of incompetence. I am not capable to do that. Now, there is a pain of disappointment. We are always disappointed. I wish it had never happened, right? The pain of conflict. A human encounter doesn't always feel good. Isn't it that sometimes you have a conflict with your friend and you don't like it?
Yeah.
He borrowed money from you, not returned? Right? So these are always the pain. But always there is a pain of change. Anything that is changed, we don't like. Right? Okay, I tell you now. Before you can get a domestic helper, the amount of salary of the employer must be 200,000. You like it, right? Some people say, some people say now the government says I will increase all the salary of domestic helpers to 4,800. Very nice, right? Very nice, right? 4,800. But what will the government do? All who want domestic helper must have salary of 280,000. Because of the requirement of salary, do you think any employer can get a domestic helper? No.
No, sir.
Not all will be qualified. We are happy because we will get higher salary, but the change will not make us happy because not everyone can have a job. Some of them may have to be terminated and go back home because the employer does not have the right salary they require now. That is change. And we have to know that this could be painful. Another change is when we grow old. I know many Filipino drivers. They enjoy every Sunday, drinking, eating, going out, but they don't realize that there is change. They are growing old. They ask the employer, Mom, can you renew my contract? Oh, no. We have to get somebody younger. Right? That is change, and that is painful. So we have to see and experience this change. Otherwise, it's difficult for us. There's so many pains in our lives. Now, the next rule that I like to share with you is the law of the ladder. The law of the ladder says character growth determines the height of your personal growth. You can have good character if you grow yourself personally. If you try to study all the other things, see, the personal growth goes here. The character growth comes here. Your character develops from below. Right? You develop good manners and right conduct. You are a very religious person. You start from below. But after you have developed this, then your personal growth comes. That is why a lot of people who are successful, they have developed their personal character growth. That is why you develop the way you talk, you develop the way you say things, because you have developed your character. Oh, going back. And then, of course, I'd like to go to the next law because Mr. Fajar is asking me to hurry up, because the next law is, the ladder means just step by step, right? The law of the rubber band. Have you seen this? The law of the rubber band. Growth stops when you lose the tension between where you are and where you want to be. If yourself is like a rubber band. Unless you stretch yourself, you can never go anywhere. Everybody feels satisfied when they are already in that particular place of success. But they don't know you can still stretch yourself. I like this goal. It is easy to be average, but you would have to stretch yourself. Few people will stretch themselves, not everybody. We are always satisfied with what we have. We can never want to grow. That's why the law of rubber band says we have to continue stretching. The number 11th law is the law of trade-off. When you came here, what did you leave in Indonesia? You left your family. So when you want to get something, you have to trade off something. You cannot have anything. So we should never, says here, oh, the law of trade-off says you have to give up to go up. You have to give up your family in order for you to go up. You have to postpone your marriage because you want to grow. Many things you have to forego. You have to forego the time that you develop to enjoy yourself. You postpone the time to go to other places, to study and to grow. That is the trade-off. I said the hardest part about stealing second base in baseball is the most difficult is when you get out of your first base. The next step is always the most difficult step. Let's see. That's why you have to trade off many things in your life. Like this, do we trade off an apple with a donut? That happens. We have to think about trade-offs worth making. Is it worth it to postpone your marriage? Right? I'm telling my daughter, who's already 38 years old, you know, I told him, how will you have children? And you know what she told me? Don't worry. I have my egg, you know the egg? A woman's egg. He placed it in a freezer. Namanya frozen embryo, frozen egg. So that when he is ready to get married and have children, the egg will be brought back inside her body. She may be old, but she has an egg that is active and can have children. Right? Only the egg, no? Right. Now, the law of curiosity. What is curious in Indonesia? Penasaran? Yeah, you must always have penasaran. You have to be curious. Growth is simulated by asking why. My father tells me, the person who knows what to do will always find a job. Do you know that? A person who knows what to do will always find a job. But a person who knows why is always the boss. Right? A person who knows what to do will always find a job. You know how to cook, you know how to iron, you know how to take care of children, you will always have a job. The Chinese, if you know how to cook, you will always have a job. Because anywhere there is a Chinese restaurant, right? But the person who knows why is it like this? Why is it like that? Why is it like this? Is the boss. Because he's the one always thinking. He is curious. Why is it like this? Why is our sales going down? Why am I lonely? These are the people that are the bosses. You have to ask why. Never just stop seeing things as they see. You ask why. When I was younger, my father would always ask me, I always ask my father, why is my shadow very long in the morning? Why is my shadow very short in the noontime? And also very long at night time? I don't know, but I was asking why all the time. When you were younger, you always talk like that to your parents, right? Your parents tell you something, go to sleep now. Why? Because you like to be the boss, right? One little boy, the mother asked, boy, can you get the broom in the
Storeroom.
in the storeroom, in the kitchen? Then the boy said, I don't like, I am afraid. Because it's very dark in the kitchen. Then the mother said, don't worry, God will be there to guide you. Right? And then the son said, why don't you ask God to get the room in the kitchen? This is a showing of curiosity.